Hi everyone, this is Denise Levy. I'm an artist and designer, and today I'm going to show you how to put together this shopping bag gift card holder card. Might not have been the best title, but that's what I'm going with. Okay, we're going to start out with these background layers, and I'm going to use this Barely Arts Precision craft glue that I love. So I'm just going to apply glue to like the bottom half of these stripes. Got to get my glue going. If this happens, just stick that pen up and down a couple times, pin rather, and should start flowing again. If you are a more confident crafter, you could put glue everywhere. It's just this glue sometimes can dry rather quickly, and I like to give myself a little bit of space to shimmy stuff around if I got it on there crooked. So I just put glue on the bottom half, and I'm just going to make sure everything is lined up. And once I'm happy with that, I will get glue on these top stripes and edge layers. And that is done. Then I will move to this blue frame layer, and I am going to put glue there on the little arm and hand, and then just kind of on that bottom, and get that in place. And once I'm happy with that, I will get more glue put on the top of this card, on the back of that, to get the top of that blue frame layer adhered down. And I'm just going to follow along that yellow outer thin layer. It just kind of gives me a guide, and I know I'm not going to have glue oozing out everywhere. And I just want to get a little bit more on this corner here, and then that background layer is done. So I will set that aside, and I will get started on the little shopping bag gift card holder. So I think it is easier to put the little sentiment down before I assemble this little shopping bag. So that's how I'm going to show you to put it together. I'm just putting the bow in place just to help me as a guide on where I want this sentiment, that I'm not getting it up too high. I'm not going to glue the bow because I know myself, and I can see myself getting it glued to one of the flaps that will eventually have to be folded back. If you're more exact, you could glue the bow down now. So I'm going to weed the little just for you sentiment, and then using transfer tape, we will get that put down into kind of the left hand bottom corner of this little shopping bag. And I've got the transfer tape on. Now I will burnish that down. I like to do it on the front and also the back, just to make sure I'm really getting that to come off onto my tape. And once I'm happy, I will start lifting that up and just get all that to come off, and it does. And now I'll just make sure my bow is where I think I'm going to put it, and then that just gives me a guide on where to get this sentiment. And I get that down. I'm happy with that. Now I will burnish it once again, just to get it to adhere to the little shopping bag. And then I will carefully pull the transfer tape up so I don't lift off any cardstock. And I've never had this happen to me before. I am new to vinyl though, but I had that transfer tape kind of ripped, so it didn't do any damage. So I just pulled that little corner of the tape off that was left behind with my tweezers. Now I'm going to fold all of these tabs to the back. And so what we're doing is we're creating this little shopping bag for a gift card, but we're also creating a little stopper so the gift card won't go all the way down to the bottom, which would make it impossible for the recipient to take the card out. So I'm going to put glue all over on that bottom flap. And so it's going to glue to the bag, and it's going to glue to those little outside flaps. I'm going to hold that down. I'm going to show you, in case you're not familiar with score tape, this would be a really good time to use score tape. I'm really into this liquid glue, kind of in my liquid glue era here, but the score tape is so strong, and if you have it, that might be a good thing to use. Okay, so I've got glue all over the back of the bottom flap and the tiny flaps, not in the center. Okay, and I get that back piece lined up. It should fit perfectly. I'm just pressing down those areas where there's glue, and now I'm just going to kind of make sure, just really want that bottom piece adhered, because that, like I said, is going to be the stopper for the gift card. So now I'm going to continue to embellish this little shopping bag. I'm first going to put glue on the little bow, and I'm trying to just put areas because it kind of overlaps, and I don't want any glue on the back of the bow that's not also on the shopping bag, if that makes sense. Now we have the little knot for the bow, and I'll use my tweezers, and I will get that adhered to the center there of the bow, and get that centered. And then next I will get the heart glued down. This card would be really cute with holiday colors for Christmas or Hanukkah. In fact, I'm wondering why I just didn't do that. But I think I will, because I think that'd be really cute. This version is something you could give any time of year. So now I'm just going to dry fit the sleeve and just make sure that I've got that going in the right direction. And I'm trying to show you on the bottom of the green part. I keep moving it around, but it's a little bit wider. You know, it's just kind of a wonky shape. I make these designs for my own drawings, and I like the whimsical nature of them, so I try to keep as many of those elements as I can. So that's what I was showing you there. Now I'm just putting glue on that left hand side of the sleeve, because I want to be able to tuck the little hands underneath the sleeve to give it a kind of a seamless look there. So you have two hands. One is kind of the background hand, so that blue doesn't show through, which reminds me of like a Muppet or something. Not that that's a bad thing. So you could put this background hand down first and then put the sleeve over it, but since we only put glue all the way to the left, you can also do it the way I did it and just tuck it in. Now we're going to put our shopping bag down, and the shopping bag is going to be centered on the left and right and kind of overlapping the hand. So just look at my example, you know, and it should come together pretty easily. And remember that the little hand is going to tuck into the sleeve. So when I'm happy with that, I'm going to glue the shopping bag down first. I'm going to put glue on the back, and then I'm just going to get that like kind of overlapped on the hand, because I have that back hand that kind of shows me the spacing, and I think I felt like I got it a little too low, so I just zhuzhed that up just a tiny bit, and I'm happy with that. I press that down. Now I'm going to put glue on the handle only where it's overlapping the hand, which you know exactly where that is because of the hand that's in the back. Then I'm going to put glue on the back of the hand just at that very left edge. I'm going to tuck that little hand in place, and then I'm going to press it down to the handle. I only want it glued to the handle, not any part of the background card or the hand that's behind it, if that makes sense. I think it'll make sense when you if you make this card, got a little bit of excess glue there, so I want to get that up. Or when you see me put the card in. So now I couldn't find a gift card, but this is just a little membership card, and you can see that it goes right behind the arm and the part of the arm and the hand, and you've got that stopper so it can't go any farther down, and then it's easy for the recipient to take out. So I'm just gonna show you that again and put it in. I think that's so cute. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching. If you purchase this card, I appreciate you supporting my art. If you're interested in purchasing this card, all the links are in my profile, and I always appreciate any likes and follows here on YouTube. Have a wonderful day.